What is going on here? All right, what's going on, everybody? We are finally here. This stuff never gets easy, honestly. It never does. We're here. All right. So, deck testing once again for our Newtype challenges, right? So, sorry, trying to get this set up here because it's still a little wonky. There we go. All right, let's get into the games. So we learned about ranked mode this week. That's different. That's new, right? But Newtype challenges is going to be something that we are going to be in a bunch of. So we have to set up correctly. Don't worry, this is Red Bull. There's no drinking out of the job here. All right, so we're playing red-white, right? We've seen the deck list before. Here it is again. Basic red-white blocker build. We did add the Kasatras in there. We do like to go first. It basically turns out that turn 4 is one of our best turns, and we get to use 2 bodies at the same time there. 1 blocker and a close combat is what we want to see, and we'll go from there. So we're going to keep that and hopefully find some good bodies in here to go with it. Red-white. Red-white's a struggle because it wants to do good and it wants to do bad at the same time. All right, so we found our blockers there. We've got a Rick Diaz. We'll see how that goes. We'll skip that. All right, we're going to match it now. And we have a link in our hand, so we're going to leave it at that. We're not going to use that command too early because then we kind of get rid of the value that it has. All right. So we, again, here we can outbody them. Either crack the base or take the DS, one of the two. Crack the base, okay. I think if I would have held back on playing my bodies here, they would have blocked that. So for next time, you guys can understand that probably don't show your hand too early, right? So he bounced one. Take the Kira. He's going to -2 attack this. But that's fine. You know why? Because the next time we drop a Kshatriya, we take that out. Oh, we got 2 of them. So we could just close combat it and then play another blocker. We have the card advantage in our hand though, so we'll go with that. Boom, boom. We're going to swing, taking this one with us. He'll probably block with this. If he doesn't, then he doesn't. Which may or may not be smart. Actually, we're going to get 2 swings out of this because we are going to swing in with the Rick Diaz and let him block that or not. Let's see what happens. Yep. Okay. Take a chip at the base here. That'll be our turn. Okay, Kira Link. So they die anyways. They'll -2 it. It's still a 5. And they're going to die. So that was a bad trade for them. Especially because of what our hand looks like right now. So we're just going to go ahead and drop the big boy. We don't have anybody to target, and we'll just take a swing. It's that easy. It's that easy. So if they have the link, they'll play it, but they can't attack me if they do. So that's fine. And I got high maneuver. Watch how this goes down. It's going to be great. I really want to pilot here. We get rid of a blocker. Okay, so we hit a base. We'll do the 2 damage here. We will Battle of Aces it, get that out of here. And let's go aggressive. Now we could have put the Rick Diaz down and saved the close combat for during our main phase, but we're just going to go ahead and hold that. I'm sure that they're going to make some poor mistake, and we'll be able to get in there a little better. Okay. Hoping for a pilot. No pilot. Here we go. We don't need... Rick Diaz. So now we get to put that on. Ping, ping. We'll go here. Get that out of here. We'll get rid of the Rick Diaz. And then swing in, getting rid of the Elfrith. Best part about ping is that they should see it coming and they never do. Never do. And then we will, let's get a card. Okay. So pretty max value play out of that. We got a second link. Unless they're going to waste their EX on a hero, they're probably screwed. So we'll see. Chain, that's fine. Okay, we'll swing the blocker here. And that'll be game. So first one down, we got one win in the bag. We're up. So we are playing ranked, right? We are up to what looks like 771st. The goal is to get as high as we can, right? So let's just keep going with that. If anybody is interested in playing after this game, I will put a create code in there and I'll create a room and we'll just see what happens from there. So let me know if anybody's up for that. We do want to play first. That is a safe bet for us. We don't like that, so we're going to mulligan. So, still trying to find your new type deck. Think about it this way, right? The meta is still blockers. Like, that's our meta, right? So, if you prioritize going that route, you get stuck there, right? If you think that you can play an aggro deck very well, it's safe. It's a safe bet to go blue-green, right? Or I'm probably against this blue-purple. I'm going against right now, most likely blue-purple. So you can go this route, right? Because this is, look at my hand. It's going to get hard to deal with. So the best thing we can do right now is fight them off. Hope that they don't see an armor early, but they're going to flood the board. As you can see, they're about to go in, right? So I'm probably going to take a gun tank and not this 2/2. Or get Fatal Strike and not take any of them. That's always a rough card. But new type decks are going to be, you know, either aggro or heavy blockers at this point in the meta. Close combat. We'll take that one. Hopefully we can see a blocker here. Okay, so we get a good board. That's fine. We get a good board here. We'll most likely let the Rizal go and then block the smaller ones. Yeah, so as far as a new type challenge goes, I thought about doing a aggro deck, but I feel more comfortable with ping decks, so I feel more comfortable in the red-white. Oh, Amro on curve? On curve? Nope. Okay, didn't have it. That's fine. So we obviously don't have any pilots. That is hurting us right now. Let's go ahead and get rid of one of these. And we'll set up another blocker. 4-2. We'll crash. Crashing doesn't feel good, but you know, we have to dwindle down the board. So unless they got another fatal strike, we're coming up to a pretty healthy board state now, especially going into level 6 next. If we see any pilots here, literally any of them, we're fine. So this 4-2 is specifically for the Gundam. We want that to be gone. That's fine. No parping it again. Unless they have a gun tank. Yeah. We'll go here, and then we'll wait for this, we'll wait to use this close combat back pocket. Ooh, pinged it. Okay. That's rough. They're keeping them active because they don't want me to take them. So that's good for us, bad for them because they're being held. They're basically waiting on the Amuro to show up. Once they see the Amuro, they're going to go in. I could ping that, but there's no point right now. So it's only a 2 damage. It has 3 left. It's not going to do us any good. Do I want to use the Haman? I do and I don't. Four shields, 3 blockers. I could bounce one, but that's not going to feel very good, honestly. So I'm going to keep her in my back pocket, and we'll see what happens. The max amount that they could take right now is 2 to 3. See, we can get that out of the way right now. Fatal strike. Okay. Do they start swinging? Yeah, we'll take that. They'll ping me right now, watch. Get that out of here. There's another Anksha gun tank. There's always one. Where there's one, there's another. Every single time. We'll let that one go. We want to see what's in our shield area. Perfect. Unless they have another gun tank, that'd be wild. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to crash the Gundam. We're going to play this. We'll get rid of this one and this one. Crash that. And then we'll most likely crash this, pinging that. And we'll play a blocker. So this is how we're dealing with the aggro. We have to sacrifice. Gundam. Okay, so now we're gonna flood the board here. And we'll save the Haman pilot. So now if I block that, it dies. You know what? No, I want to ping it again. Just to make sure. Blue-green breach is definitely something. I've seen that work, and I've seen it not work. So it's just a matter of when it does, it does. When it doesn't, it doesn't. Wu Fei is such a strong card right now. It's really, especially with the new Ultron that got released. Okay, command. We need another blocker. Let's get rid of Gundam. And then let's go, we'll get rid of another 2/2. Okay. So red white, you need to, like, as soon as you start seeing red cards, you gotta basically be aggro with it. You gotta swing. You gotta swing. You have to basically kind of go hard in the paint until you can find like a viable option for using it. But it's a curve. Like everybody, oh, they conceded. Okay. All right. Well, that's win number 2, right? So tonight we are 2 for 2. We're going up. So we were 771. Now we're 607. This is good. Okay. I'll put the code on the screen. Anybody wants to join in for a game, you're more than welcome to join in, and we'll see what happens. All right, we have somebody. So again, we do want to play first, right? This deck is hitting well when it's playing first. That is probably the best hand that we could have asked for right there. Yeah, we're going to keep that. I've been seeing lately on TikTok there is a challenge that people are doing. It's called the No Mulligan Challenge. Basically, obviously what it is, right? You can't mulligan your first hand. So I think I'm going to try that at locals. I'm going to try to not be the only one trying it, but I'm going to try it. Seems like fun. Seems like it could be a good time. I don't think this hand could go any better for us right now. So we have a lot of early game blockers. Next turn we'll play one. We'll get to play another. And then the turn after that we'll have 2 more. So basically by turn 4, we're going to have 4 wide blockers. And in red-white, right, you want to use the blockers if you can. So right now we can't use them because... we'll just match it. Because obviously we're playing it. But so next turn we could probably use the Elfrith. now we're looking back on it now, I probably should have played the Rick Diaz first, so we could have took out the base. But you want to start using your blockers early, especially if they don't have something on the board to immediately answer it with. So they're drawing, right? We're going to get, next turn we're going to get 2 more on the field, and we'll swing with the Elfrith. Either put some damage on the base or put some damage on the blocker. Hopefully we get a Merida link here, and that kind of goes our way. Okay, lots of pilots in the hand. I don't really like that, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so they're going to take that. I'm assuming they have some high level plays in their hand right now. The hand size is very large. Yeah. That's got to be a link. Yep, he's going to rest a Rick Diaz, take the Elfrith for free. Probably take the Rick Diaz for free too. No, we want him to take something. So he'll have 1 damage on him. And that's fine. We were going to lose a blocker anyways, so might as well leave him with something he's going to have to stick with. So he'll have 1 damage on him. We can't battle aces him. We could spend 4 resources to get rid of it, basically. Close combat plus the... let's go ahead and do this, because we can replace the Elfrith right now. This feels bad. We're going to do it. I don't like Gundams on the field. We'll keep the close combat, and we'll just send another Elfrith out here. All right, so worst case scenario, they can run their Elfrith into my Elfrith, and then we go from there. Best case scenario, they have another chump blocker to put out, and we take care of it next turn. The only drawback, oh, here we go. The only real drawback to this red-white deck is the card draw can be hit and miss, right? It's good if we're not having to do risky moves like we just had to, right? It's bad if we run out of cards because we have to play like we just had to play. So against the aggro, obviously it was not too bad. But other blocker decks, it does get kind of weird. So he's going to bounce 1. I don't see the point in that, why he did that, but that's fine. Okay, so we can 6. We'll do this. Get that out there. So we're just going to basically, instead of swinging and putting damage on it, we're going to create a board state here. I'd say we could put the full frontal on, or the Merida, but I kind of want to wait for a LR Kshatriya to see if we can get one. There it is. We will get rid of Haman. All right, so what are we going to do here? We want them to block. We want them to block. We're going to bait them. They'll probably use that one, or they won't use any of them. No blocker. Okay. That takes care of one. Make him take that too. Okay, so we knew that was going to happen, right? Oh, they didn't do it. So we knew that was going to happen. That's okay, because we have a bigger board state, and we have obviously still our EX base. So we are okay right now with where we're at. Let's see what they do, though. Freedom. Kira? No. Archangel. They can't restand. So let's see. They're looking for pilots, though, because they haven't played any except for two Omros. One of them being really wasted, honestly, on the Ale Strike. But you got to do what you got to do sometimes when you're overpowered on the board state. Okay. Get rid of that. No block. Okay. Let's see if they block this one this time. Okay, this is good for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to crash our ale now, because they're tapped out. They can't stop it. And we will put an ale down. Board state. Control the board. Control the board. Our hands is not very good, but control the board. Slowly but surely. Okay, blockers. They're still searching for that pilot. We will search for ours too. That's a hard one. Let's go there. Don't have a target, that's fine. They'll block this with the one that we just damaged. So we have control of the board. We're just going to go in on it. We'll clear house. Unforeseen. Naval bombardment. Unforeseen. 1 damage. Okay. They have to have the Kira now, because he played that way too fast. No Kira still. And they'll crash. They won't crash. Okay. Oh man. Alright, this is gonna suck for them. What is it? 4 HP? Yeah. We're gonna damage that. We're gonna make them come back with it. Bounce the Justice. Get that out of here. Can't do that. Block that. Oh. Okay, so if he has an Epion, we might be screwed just a little bit. Yep. Zex. So he's gonna get 2 swings. He can't kill the Sananju. Okay, so we're somewhat safe then. If he had another Amro, he's alright, but 1 blocker doesn't save him. Okay. Takes out... Takes out what is the question. It's rough. I mean, you're a perfectly linked unit going against, 3 units to win. Yeah. Yeah. That was a rough go of it. We'll go home. All right, so we will go back to ranked. We'll come back to the creator room in a minute and see if anybody else wants to join in. That was a good game. Blue-white Epion can be rough if I didn't see the cards I needed to see, but red-white you have to go in. You gotta swing blockers. You gotta see. You gotta stave them off until you can do all that. That does look enticing, but I don't want to do that. This looks better. I like this. Aggro. Okay, this is going to be what it is. So here, lucky enough, we can put a base. It's going to take him 2 swings to get into. What we'll try to do is probably either close combat something or play the blocker, but I think close combat's going to be our best bet. And we'll take care of the 3-2. So the dump in our hand a little prematurely. That's fine. Changed my decks to blue, red, and white, red, ping with blockers. Yeah, so oh god, a char. I am historically a blue, red player. That was my bread and butter in set 1. Blue, red is still my favorite. I'm hoping that next set it does come back to fruition. But it is it's hard right now to play blue red. That Orlando deck, that one is kind of hard to deal with in a blocker deck, but blue red is where it's at. So I'm hoping that the set 3 Titans drops kind of come in and give us what we need there. All right. So what are we going to do? All right, so we need to block, obviously, 2 attacks. Char's going to go through. We're going to have to let another through. They'll take another shield unless they have a Gundam right here. If they have a Gundam, we're done. But they'll take the base. They'll take 1 shield, and I'll get to block 2 attacks. And they're most likely going to ping... they're most likely going to ping me here. So I know that's why they're waiting to play any cards. They probably have another one. Yep. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna take Char out because can't have that, right? We will let him search, obviously. We're gonna bounce the Zaku 2. And that's kind of it. So we can bounce 1, block another. They only get 2. Or we could play 2 and keep blocking. I say we do that. Okay, so we'll block 1 attack, most likely the gun tank. And then we'll go from there. Staving off blue-green is such a rough thing for me. I really hate it. But you got to do what you got to do. I'm trying a lot of various from blue-red too. Yeah, blue-red, it sucks because you want it to work so bad. And even just playing like the set 1 blue-red, it's the same problem. You run into blocker decks, you run into wing, and then it's like, what do I do? But blue-red, the super aggro blue-red is so good. Yeah, see, so we're going to block that. Unless they crash me, we're fine. Yeah. Okay, that's good for us because we have a link in our hand. Close combat, the Charzaku. Okay. Okay. We are a little screwed. Let's see, they got 3 on the board. They need to get 2 through. Yeah, we're screwed. I misplayed that. So what I should have did was I should have played both blockers, basically. Yeah, that's fine. Oh wow. Wow. That that comes in clutch. That comes in clutch. We just got super lucky. Super lucky. Green blue Shenlong Char, Toggies, Low Cost Sakus. That could go one of two ways. So we're gonna go in there. Get rid of that. We'll play our 2 chump blockers. 2, 4. We'll get rid of this for now. Okay, 2 chump blockers. 2, 4. Okay. So green blue Shenlong I've seen work very well. It's hard because you sometimes you run out of gas before you can get to the Shenlong. But I mean, it's viable. Like it works, you know. Get that out of here. We're gonna play that one. Obviously, you can't do anything with it. Ping that. But it works. I was playing. If you've seen any of my recent videos, I want to say from a week ago, I was playing. Red green like Neozeon and Wing. Super fun deck, but my problem is that I was kind of running out, and then I would see Wing, I would see my links, and they would take my links out immediately. So it was kind of hard to keep it viable, but it was a super fun, like very like mid to top end deck, with all the chump like 2/1, 2/2s, baby Kshatriyas, Zaku 1s, but it's super good. As far as Dual Frontier, I've heard about it. I've never used it. What are you doing? No. I've never used Dual Frontier, but I've seen like deck lists from it. It looks super good. They're gonna hate this. Pow. Yeah, but that's smart. I have not been keeping track of like my win-loss record with decks. I should, honestly. In the last like month or two, I've used like 3 different decks. So it's a little rough to I keep 2 up just in case somebody finds an Omro somewhere and they rest 1. They ain't resting 2. All right, so that's another win. I definitely thought we were going to lose, but Shield Area comes in clutch. Close combat for the win. So we are up from 613 to 447. Starting the night at 771. We're up almost 300 spots, more than 300 spots. I'm bad at math, so that's great. Let's keep it going. We'll do one more ranked, and then we will open it up for anybody watching wanting to play. But yeah, new type challenges are coming around. We want to run this. I am dedicated to getting that Haman card. I will get one. Somehow, some way, I will get one. So we need to get better with this deck. This is the deck list, right? I don't think we've gone over it in a bit. This is the deck list. We are running the blocker package, obviously, Kshatriya Link, Shenanju Link. We are only running 2 Quibblies. We haven't seen 1 Quibbly tonight at all, except for the hand that we mulliganed. So we'll keep that. full frontal at 3, Helmont at 2, 4 close combats, 2 battle bases, 3 striker packs. We are running 5 bases, 2 ping, 3 6 HPs. It's working very well, as you guys can see. I spent a week testing this deck with somebody from my locals who is a consistent winner. He's very good, I'll give him that. So he's been helping me out, tone this in, and it's working, right? I almost beat a wing deck at locals the other day, and I went 2-1. I misplayed. I had a Sananju in my hand. I could have played it, waited a turn, and then swung it and won. But instead, I chose to bounce a blocker with the unit I wasn't even going to use that turn. So my bad, right? But here we are. We're going to make it work. So plan is the same as always. We're going to, depending on what they play here, we're going to try to use this blocker and either get rid of theirs or just play my other and then keep it rolling. Kira. That's a 4. That's fine. We'll just attack it. What they're going to do is they're going to play another blocker. No? Okay. Unless they unforeseen me, which they might. That'd be crazy. Oh no. Okay. That's a waste of Akira. That sucks. But I think they knew what we were going to do. They knew that we were going to use that. So what we want to do is we want to bait them into blocking this right now. So let's hope that they do. Okay, that's good. So we'll get rid of them and then some. Oh. They'll get rid of me. Okay, but they're using more cards than I am. So that's the win here. We're going to get rid of them either way. And now they're going to have to answer to a link with their board state on a not so great hand size. Oh, a double overflowing, huh? Is this green, white wing? It's looking like it. It's looking like it. So we will go here, go there. We'll get rid of one of these. So we have a link next turn. Boop, bye. All right, so we have an established blocker, 6 HP, 5 health, right? It's gonna block something good. We have an established link with 0 damage on it that will do some heavy lifting. And then we have another established link in our hand that's going to take out this Zord. It's going to be awesome. Japanese list playing the Perfect Strike 100%. Those are known to be coming around right now. So we don't have a target for full frontal, but we will just go ahead and pop the hero. Love to see that. Pop that. They're going to block this, which is fine. And then we're going to swing our blocker. Because if they're going to take something out, they're going to take themselves out with it. All my units are 6 AP and above. So what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to play a link right now, which they have a hero. They might just play one. They're going to have to crash the board. Or they're going to play a wing 0. Yeah, get rid of. I don't know if that was a smart move, but that's what they did. Okay. We're going to get our value out of our blocker here, because worst comes to worst, they take out something. Okay. So we will do this and this, 2, 4, and see what happens. They'll most likely either play another one or, no, they won't play another one because they don't want to get rid of their own blocker. Now what do? They can't crash me. And they use, that's what sucks for them, is that they used their EX resource last turn. Okay. Okay, so conceded, right? Wing deck, down. As you can see, bro's a bot. Maybe, I don't know. I think that they were trying to get some value out of that, but I don't know why they would have just swung it to my Sananju, knowing they couldn't have killed it. So, as you can see, we beat the purple-blue. Very close, but we beat it, right? Blue-green gave us a little trouble, but we got there. Blue-white gave us a little trouble, but we got there. And now wing. So, red-white, still viable in this meta. Again, red-white, you have to go aggro with your blockers if you can. Go from there. Let's see the list. All right, so let's go back over the list. So, the list. Regular 4/4 Rictius Gunnar Melfrith, standard, right? We are playing the 3 baby Casatrias. That's going to be a link pair for full frontal, or just something to go in on something when they don't have anything to match it with. Next up, Ale Strikes, only 3 of them. We need some blockers, but we don't want to overcrowd. I did test with the Perfect Strikes. Ale just feels better because I can slap a pilot on it and go from there. Obviously, the 4 Kshatriya, 4 Sananju, those are our biggest bodies. We are running Quibblies. Again, we have not seen any Quibblies tonight. Quibbly has not been played tonight at all. Don't know why. It's a 2 of, but we haven't seen it, so that's fine. 4 Maritas, 3 full frontals. We kind of don't need full frontal as much because we can put anything on the Sananju for high maneuver. But when you see him, he hurts, and it's great. 2 Homans, because we are running the 2 Quibblies. I did play test this with Freedom Gundam and Kira instead of Quibbly and Haman. It didn't feel as aggro or as like aggressive as we want it to be. So we just went back to the Quibbly and the on pair link with the pilot Neo Zeon, right? Which all of our pilots are Neo Zeon. doing the 2 damage to something is just unmatched. Overflowing, 4 close combats, 2 battle bases, striker packs, 5 bases. The 6 HP base is just the best thing that we could do right now, especially with a Breach 5 wing. And Rarula with the ping something down, battle bases it, get something big off the board, because that's a 4 HP something, right? But yeah, this is the list. It works fairly well. We have not lost tonight yet. But again, you got to see the cards, you got to see the blockers. You have to get the aggro back in, because if you're not using your blockers to attack, it's not going to work the same. I agree. Quibbly Haman is a little overkill, but in those top end, late game possible situations, which, you know, we all play for the possibility of having a great card draw, those feel good to get suppression off once, right? Get something, I mean, on play with a link, you're going to ping something for 3 damage. Ping it once with Haman, ping it twice on attack, and then you're going to take something else out, maybe, or a suppression. It's good if you can see it, and it's bad if you can't see it. So, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but it can be fine. Like, it works when it needs to work. I mean, you know, as I'm saying, like, we haven't even seen it tonight. We haven't even needed it to work. So let's the other decks I was looking at testing tonight was the Justice build. I'm partial to this. I really don't want to use this, honestly. It's good, but I strongly prefer Kshatriya over the Aegis Gundam Atherin build. Strongly prefer. So back to it. We are doing the ranked. We are going to open it up to the floor right now. Let's see if anybody wants to play. On its own, can't kill a 4 HP blocker. That's the weird sweet problems I have with it. Yeah, it's suppression looks good on play. Not much to in play. Yeah. Again, you know, the suppression on the Haman Quibbly is, if you can get it, it's perfect. It gives you so much value. If you can get it and they have a base or something, you still have a 7/6 unit on the board that can ping 1 and on attack ping 2 more. Like, that's something, right? It has value. And if it's at the very least you're doing 3 damage on something, that you're swinging into something else and you're getting something off, and you have maybe another card on the board that can ping some more. So it definitely has this value when the value is needed. Yeah, if you run into like an Ale Strike with the Quibbly Haman link, it does suck, because yeah, you can't get past it. But I think the odds are that you've already pinged that down, or already has some damage by the time you're playing a level 7 unit. It's not going to be a fresh Ale Strike, right? And if it is, it's going to swing into the Quibbly and kill itself anyways. But by then you've already had your turn with it. Yeah, the Zaku 3, I've tested into that. I didn't like it because of the ping. It's got 1 HP. Like, I use it once, it's off the board the next turn. So I think when set 2 dropped, I was running the Zaku 3, like a 2/3 of in a blue-red deck that I was like trying to make Psycho Gundam work, which it works. It does work, just not great against Wing. And it was hard because as soon as I used it, it was off the board. Like, I'd get 1 swing out of it, take a base, take a shield, ping, gone, right? So it's a good card, but it's one of those that like messes with your brain. Like, you want to use it more than it's being used, and then once you do use it, it's gone. Yeah, only 6/3 of full frontal. That's right. And at that point, like, I'm wasting a full frontal on that, and not, because it's a level 6 pilot, I'm wasting it on that and not a Sananju. that's not very good value out of what you have, right? The other card that I would say gives me the most interest is the Sayla's Gun Cannon, the level 4 2 cost, 3 AP 4 HP, does 2 damage to a token. I've tinkered with like putting that in here instead of the baby Kshatriya, but it not being a link for any of my pilots kind of sucks, you know. I mean, its on deploy effect is great, but that's the only real value I'm getting out of it. So, all right, we will go back into ranked and go from there. Again, we want to play first. This deck is really running right when it plays first. We'll keep that. We have a blocker. We have a close combat and 2 bases. I think we'll be all right. Links in turn 4 and on is what I like to play with. Sometimes it works. Yeah, I agree. Sometimes it works. I feel like in today's meta, in today's Gundam TCG like world, you need more than chance. Like you have to build a deck that you know you're going to get consistency out of. So it's hard. It's hard to it's hard. Like I was playing a deck before that like built great, right? But you're kind of relying on like the luck of the draw too much, and when you see it, it's awesome, and when you don't see it, it hurts so bad. Okay, so we are gonna get, let's get some value out of this. Let's get this off the board. Overflowing affection. Their hand is ridiculously large. Ah, okay. Girazulu. That's a card I don't like for sure. Let's get one of these in there. 2-4 because they probably have a close combat in there somewhere. And we will wait it out. Hey, twinsies. I love playing against red-white decks because it's like we're usually making the same moves. So now we're going to get into the aggro part of it. Right, so we're going to start using our blockers right now. So depending on what they do, we're going to start using these. Okay. So that's immediately going to take the ale. Now we're going to have it take the token. Unless I see a pilot here. Yeah, ale. Unless I see a pilot here, I'm going to send the token. Well, I guess I'll have to do that before, right? Okay, so it took the AO anyways. Lots of cards though. Took them. And that's fine. So we'll get it with the Battle of Aces. That's gone. We do need to see where our pilots are, and we don't have one. Oh, geez. We'll swing a fresh Elfrith. Fresh one. Yeah. All right, so this is going to be one of those games where we're looking at card draw. We most likely are going to see a link here, depending on how many resources they tap to. They're going to ping what? Okay. Battle of Aces? Okay, so they're having to use a lot of cards to get rid of us. That's good for us. So let's get that off the board. We will play another one, and we'll make them swing. So what we could have done is we could have started swinging, but if I swing the first Elfrith, it's gone with the Rick Diaz, and then he's not dead. Sananju Link, yeah. He's going to do 2 damage to probably one of the blockers. Get them off the board. I'm going to say the Rick Diaz. Oh, okay. Close combat, yeah. Lots of cards, though. Lots of cards. Our list, yeah. Okay. So this is where it's going to feel bad. You know what? No. We're going to do this. We're going to save the Quibbly. This is our list, Senor. So they'll probably ping the ale, and then the Kasatri will ping it to death. Striker pack, perfect. Get rid of that. Okay, so what are we going to do here? We're going to maximize our plays. So we are going to, let's see what we get. Ooh, a Merida. We'll save the Merida. I feel like they have an unforeseen. If they do, you know what? We can't run that risk. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to go in on it. Because what we can do is we can ping it to death right now too. Actually, that was a smarter play. I'm glad I thought of that. Okay. First time seeing Quibbly tonight. And we're going to do some damage. Swing for suppression. Get that out of here. Quibbly. All right. So they can play a blocker. They can play another link. We're definitely taking 1 to 2 shields next turn. Link. Link. So they can't kill, unless they crash into me, they can't kill me. A base. Perfect. So we'll crash Quibbly for Quibbly, I think. I wouldn't be able to ping it to death, so we'll just take it off the board. And then we will swing straight for their shields. Having another swing next turn, probably 2. Striker pack. 4-2. If I see a pilot, they're screwed. Basically. Oh, what did I say? Done. Okay, so there it is again, right? Mirror match. Check. All right, so starting the night at 771, we are now up to 302 in ranked. It's going well, right? We have not lost as of yet. We have not lost. This red-white deck has proven to be a menace, to say the least, a menace. So let's go home. We will go ahead and create a room, right? Anybody want to join in? We'll give it a second. Go back to the list while we wait. Again, I think if I was going to change anything, I would adjust the numbers of the striker pack and put in another Quibbly. But even then, the way that this ratio works, like you guys seen, like when I need to see the Quibbly, it's in those times where it's like it's just going to pop off and work, which is exactly what happened, and beautiful. I obviously still see sometimes where I'm not seeing the lines as best as I can. So like in that instance, right, I had the Kshatriya, I had a Merida. I could have pinged the Sananju, which I did, take it off the board, ping the Yeah, definitely. Blue-white Epion is something that I don't want to say I have trouble with, but it's one of those things. Let me know. The code's going to be up here for a minute. Looks like an IGI726. I'd say anything. Give me whatever you guys want. Right? Aggro is somewhat of an issue for me sometimes. Blockers are blockers. I think the blocker game is pretty okay. But whatever you guys want to play, I'm here to test what I'm testing. But whatever you guys want to test, I'm down with it. Like we're here to test together. Yeah, blue red or not blue red. Red white has definitely been one of those staple decks as of late. From what I understand, more people want to play Justice though. More people want to play Justice than Kshatriya Sananju. All right, he's Zach. One of my favorite 2-1s nowadays. We'll get that off the board though. Yeah, red white. Like coming into set 2, I didn't think red white was a thing. But just seeing like the blocker meta like evolve. My favorite obviously being blue red, right? But seeing the blocker meta evolved, it just kind of made sense to put blockers and pings together, and it works so well. Yeah, Justice Sananju in the other red white deck. My thing is that it's kind of hard to, let's see if we can get a we'll get rid of that one. Justice Aegis, like in that deck, is good, and especially Aegis just on attack doing the 3 damage to something is so good. But it's just hard. Ooh, on curve. Death by 1,000 cuts, yeah. Yeah, you get the free swing on Elfrith, and then you take out the EX space. Yeah, I have played Mirror into the Justice build. I did it at a Newtype. It's actually one of my videos is up of that. It was terrible. He had just beaten one of my buddies' wing decks, and then I played him after that. Okay, so here's our dilemma, right? We could take out the Gundam now and play the base. Yeah, we'll do that. Get it off the board. That buddy was you, Josh. You were the one that was beat by that guy, who also beat me in the Newtype challenge we just went to, last weekend. But this time he was playing Justice block, or not Justice, yeah, Justice blockers, but blue white, no Atherin, basically just Kira and Amuro, and still good. He's very good. He said he's gonna come to another Newtype of ours here in Lancaster, but that Justice deck was good. It was close, but I had like four bases in my hand, and it was terrible. So if you haven't watched that video yet, go watch that video. It is posted from maybe a week or 2 ago, but that was a hard matchup. You beat him that Saturday at Newtype. Yeah, Lancaster, California. So we get this out here, we'll get that out here. Yeah, but the Justice build is good. Oh, Shenlong. Ah, this is what we were talking about earlier. And it won't take damage, so there's no point in blocking it. Burst base. What do we do here? So we can run the blocker in. Yeah, we'll do that. We will play the Sananju link and take this. Well, actually, we're going to take the Shenlong, so scratch that. Yeah, a lot of people are taking Shenlong out of their wing decks. I'm seeing they're going back to Death Scythe. This new Ultron, though, how do you feel about that, Josh? What do you think? You going to put it in or not? Go down to 2 wings? Yeah, my sentiments exactly. That new Ultron is ridiculous. It's another Breach 5 is just so bad. Okay, now we got to do some work here. New Gundam, that NT1 Gundam. Oh my god, so excited for that. So excited for that. That's gonna be good in a blue-red deck. Like perfect in a blue-red deck. Nope. I will sacrifice an AO to save this Sananju. That is fine. Do they have the link? If they have the link, we lose. Striker pack. Oh, my trash saves me all the time. The new freedoms, I think are good. Super situational, but good. My deck professor here, hyping himself up in the chat. That's what he's doing. I think you missed it earlier. I was saved in a blue-green matchup. I got saved by my shield area. My last shield was a close combat. Gave me another turn to come back. Okay, let's see what we can get. Get that out of here. CB, it looks good. It looks like another clan deck where it needs itself to survive, though. Like, it's everything is like, if you have CB in your trash this, or if you have CB in your hand that. So it looks like another clan deck where it's like, you need it to survive. Uh-oh, an Omro. Okay. New Freedom, it's a lower level Freedom, and it basically says that they have to attack the Freedom and they can't attack your shield area. But it says your shields, not shield area. So it's situational where if you have a base, it doesn't work. And if you have no shields, it doesn't work. But it's basically forcing somebody to swing at the card instead of at the shields, which saves you, but the O, I'm glad you brought that up. This Titans deck is going to be nuts. Put the O in with Masala. Oh, perfect. Let's see what they got in here. We're going to wait. We won't get too hasty. We'll wait. Yeah, the O is going to be crazy. I've seen a couple builds on Reddit. People are trying to build the like a full repair, like a blue-white repair deck. Great game. Great game. Aggro is hard to deal with, but if you can deal with it, you can deal with it. Is that R-type blockers can go plus bodies?